Everybody, good morning. How are you today? Today is Wednesday, the 18th of October already, and we are going to be drawing candles today. Sounds like a deja vu to me. I'm joking. Yesterday I did correct my thought process and we went on to painting out on the town, thanks to those of you who helped me out there. Let me just pull you up, see who is painting with us this morning. And C has added a gorgeous photo, which I'm going to be doing. So thank you, C. Hi, Janan. Good morning. How are you? I have my water. I think I'm going to do this one in gouache. I really liked how the last C painting I did turned out. So I think I'm going to use just regular gouache for this one. It's a really lovely photo. Thank you, C. Hello, good morning, Louise. How are you? Isn't it lovely? Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be this one. If you're a Patreon, you have this in the Padlet. C added it yesterday or today, I can't remember. And this is the one that we're going to be working from. If you're not a Patreon, you can take a screenshot. That's really all I can do for you, or help you out with. And yeah, I'm just gonna get a piece of paper to write down, just so I remind everybody that if you haven't registered for the free portrait class, that is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And it's free to register, so if I was you, I would register for sure. If you are a Patreon, you would have got a post. If you're a Substack subscriber, you will have got a post with the link, and if not, go to my stories and you can grab the link there. So I'm just going to put free portrait. Oops, can't spell. Class Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you can't make it, sign up anyway and you will get an email when the replay comes out. You have to register. You have to sign up and register so that it can send you an email to remind you. And then also, this is really in lieu of new classes starting next Monday. So I'll just put go to stories in IG if you haven't received. I'm going to notify everybody who's taken classes before as well, because I would really like that you guys were there, like really love if you guys were there. And you know, you can chat through it, like don't worry about it. I will ask people to mute their mic while we're doing the portraits, but you can totally unmic and mute, unmic and chat with me in class. Hi, C. Hello, Marianne. Okay, so remember to give me a thumbs up here if you're here watching. If you are here after the live watching, gives me a thumbs up as well, because it's all about people seeing these mornings. And if you don't see them, because it could be because people are not giving a thumbs up or subscribing. If you're not subscribed to my channel, let me just straighten this, because that kind of annoys me a little bit when I'm not straight. See, I'm going to be doing your picture. Is this your house? It's a little bit dark, but I kind of like it like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Because I am longwise, does that make sense? I'm cropping mine a little bit. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, that's there. I'm going to crop my image that I have of your picture, and this way, when I go into my photos, I can get rid of all the noise around it. So this is the image, and it is very dark, and you know what, I'm looking forward to doing this because it's going to be lovely and warm and cozy. Yeah, tell me, see if this is your house, or maybe it's a house in the neighborhood. I love it. Okay, we do have the windows that we have to pay attention to being nice and bright. It's up to you if you want to sketch it out first. I'm not going to sketch it out first. I am, however, going to move this slightly. I think C went to get a tea or something. I'm going to move that slightly, and I'm going to get this palette so that I can put some white on my palette. Doesn't really matter if it's acrylic white or if it's, because I don't have any gouache. So this is acrylic gouache, which I'm going to be using. I should probably go and replenish some. I may have to do the portrait tomorrow in acrylics with maybe a bit of acrylic gouache, because I'm running out of the white. But I've got lots of acrylic white, so that's okay. Oh, it looks like your neighborhood, but it's from Unsplash. Ooh, good find, see? All right, let's get started. Who's drawing or painting with us today? I am going to mix up. I feel like some of these colors also are running out. It's funny because we're doing a lot of snowy scenes today in my virtual art retreat. Yesterday we went to Finland, and we're still there today, looking at beautiful landscapes of Finland. Yesterday we were in cities and towns. All right, there is a lot of, it's going to be difficult to try and find these colors, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I feel like there's quite a lot of, it's almost like a yellow or an ochre in this tone, darker tone. Let's see, I'm not sure if that, no, it needs to be definitely pinker. Maybe I should have sprayed my paints a little bit. That's close. I don't know how that is going to be when it dries. Let me spray my gouache just to activate them slightly. Is everybody coming to my portrait class tomorrow? I will send out a little email with any materials that you need, but really you can do it in anything that you want to. But I will send out, don't worry, I will send out an email today. Okay, that is better. If you do have this palette, you may want to do that. Just activate them a little bit by just spraying water on. All right, I'm going to try this. It seemed to dry fine, so it's taking a little bit of time to get these colors on. So I'm looking at the snow, because the house, I would say, is like really, really dark. like the darkest it could get. And the house, or the roof, is snowy, and it's pretty much the same color as the sky. So I'm really trying to look at the different values within this piece. I think this could be slightly lighter, actually, just slightly. Oh, my daughter got the job. So I'm so happy for her. She's happy too that she got that job that she wanted. She went for the interview on Monday and they called her yesterday. So thank you for all her well wishes. And she said her midterm, she said it went okay, so that's good too. I'm hoping it did because she'd been studying a lot for it, so. And then she has more midterms this weekend as well. Oh, C. C says, yes, portrait class. Still pretty sick and will likely sleep after this. We are both sick now. Oh, C, that's not good. I hope you feel better soon. Okay, I may have gone a little bit, just a tiny little bit, too dark back here. So I'm going to lighten it slightly. I mean, that's the only thing with using white, which is not reactivating. It makes your paint a little bit harder to reactivate, obviously. So I just have to go over, that's the only thing. So looking at my photo on my screen and looking at the one here, this one has definitely got more warmth than mine, but in my, like, looking at it here in real life, it's a lot pinker mine than it is on the screen. So don't, you know, just go by your eyes and how you're doing yours, because yeah, they're all going to look a little bit different, I think, on different computers. Okay, this is more at an angle down here. I'm going to put this lower a little bit. I can correct that as well. I want to get the windows in, just sketched in. I think I've made my house a little bit too narrow, but I don't really want to correct it right now, so I'm just going to go with what I've got, and the windows are going to just be a little bit narrower than they are on the image. think that's a good rough estimate of where the windows are. Thank you, Marianne. And yes, feel better, see. Who's painting with me this morning? Keep having to refresh my screen. Anybody busy painting with us today? Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more pink in the snow on the ground here and just brighten everything up a little bit. I think I can do that. Maybe too bright. C is using gouache. C, you're not feeling well and you're painting? That's fantastic. You know, painting, they do say painting is a healing activity. I'm listening to a really, and I can't remember the name of her, but I will share it with you guys afterwards. Really interesting YouTube podcast about this neuroscientist and how they say it is so important to have a creative outlet in your life, even if you are not, or you do not think you are creative. It's incredibly important for your brain and for your healing process, just as a human, to have that outlet. Okay, I'm brightening this up slightly. Is my screen fuzzy for you guys, or is it okay? I'm gonna get some, I'm gonna put this color also over here on, there's a couple of roofs, but I think I'm only gonna be able to get one in, and I want this to be a little bit brighter. Oh, actually I can probably get the other one next to it. I'll put the chimney in afterwards. She also said that learning another language is extremely good for you, because it pushes your brain, because our brains are really active when we're younger, and then they become less active, so they become a little bit stagnant. So if you keep your brain active, that's also a great way for your body to heal and develop. So, just saying, all of you should be learning another language. Oh, no worries, Jan. Janan, what are you working on? Are you working on this image? It is fuzzy? Oh, I think it's my internet. I have to fix that before tomorrow. My husband has to fix that. It was funny because it was fuzzy also last. And I feel like, I don't know if I switch over to that's annoying. If I switch over to, whatchamacallit, data on my phone, I'm not sure if that would help. But I don't think I can do it while I'm doing a live either. I would have to have done that before. Okay, just getting some random snow on here. Everybody who lives in a snowy area, are you ready for snow this year? I don't know if I'm ready for snow. I mean, it is very pretty and beautiful, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. I kind of like being able to just, well, I haven't been doing it, but I kind of like being able to walk out of my house with just a sweater on and not have to put the boots on and the scarf and that and the gloves and do all that. I think a lot of you are in wintry areas. C is, Marianne is, oh, Louise, you're not. Oh, Louise says, I'm having another low energy day, hoping to paint later. Well, hopefully this will record fine, and then you can paint later, but you can paint without me anyway. Quite capable of doing that. Okay, so now my sky seems a little bit too dark, so I do want to lighten that up slightly, because when I go in with the trees, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on the candles, and you can see, look at my spacing. I definitely haven't captured the exact spacing. This is what happens with gouache. I feel like I'm correcting a lot because it's not true to how you put it on the page. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but that's my problem. I think everybody's sleeping today. It's Wednesday. Does everybody like to sleep on Wednesdays? Okay, this needs to go right up to the roof line. I mean, not you guys are here. I mean, others are sleeping. All right, I'm gonna look at the bottom of the house. Is like a gray, darker gray area. It's because I've got this as my blackest point. I can always go a little bit lighter. So this area here is like the concrete part of the house. So I can go a little bit lighter. Look how my snow isn't as bright down here anymore. I want that kind of like pink glow to it. This is where these are a little bit challenging, these images. Thanks, C, for the challenge this morning. Whoops. You got to watch out for that too. Wet brushes on your work. It's not good. Okay. I can go over that. Okay, I need a smaller brush, and I need to start getting in the windows. I know I have shutters on the outside, but I still want to get the inside done first. And I should probably get rid of this because this is a little bit annoying. There we go. Done. And while I've got black in my hand and a little bit of water that's going everywhere, I'm going to get this part in. A little bit of shadow underneath here. And then I'm going to also darken where it's really close to the snow here. Oh, and there's a little bit of a lighter grate up here. I put that in now while I have a little bit of this gray on my paintbrush. Did you see the fruit fly? The fruit fly is here with me again. What did I call him? Just fruit fly. Fruity. We'll call him Fruity. I don't have any fruit down here. Maybe they like paint. You guys still here? It's very quiet this morning. I see singing. And so quiet this. I don't think the Henley School of Art, Joe, has any portrait session on this morning. So there's no portrait sessions going on. Anybody else doing anything? Oh, it's I think Draw Brighton has sessions on Wednesdays throughout the day. So if you're looking to draw some figures, they have sessions. Did everybody sign up for Gail and Jennifer's session on Sunday? And if you're not doing my virtual art retreat, Beth Spencer, she has a meet drawing children's rooms interiors at the same time as my class, but that's fine. I will catch the replay. And that's on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, Janan says, I'm here. Oh, Fliesy. Fliesy's a good name. Yes, we'll call Fruity Fliesy. Marianne says, LOL, here but was talking to my son. Get flies from my houseplants and love the paint too. Yeah, I think it's the paint that they really like. Fliesy. I didn't manage to do... Dylan Sarah had his live draw yesterday on his Zoom. I didn't manage to do that, unfortunately. And I didn't manage to do Shannon's bird yesterday. Did anybody do Shannon's bird yesterday? So she does have birds daily that she's doing, and I think it's usually at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure if that'll change tomorrow. Um, but yeah. It looks fuzzy again. I think it's my internet connection. So sorry everybody if it's looking a little fuzzy. I'm hoping that the replay won't be fuzzy at all. Okay, I think this needs to be a little bit darker in here. I need, the glow seems to be catching the side of the, like right here. So I'm going to get that a little bit more glowy. But I want to get the top also here. So if you can see the difference in warmth of the like the frame to the inside here is like a different warmth. One is a lot warmer, the frame on the outside is cooler, the frame on the inside is warmer. I think that could be darker. More of a glow. And in here as well, and make that more of a glow. Again, this is an image I would not necessarily have chosen if it wasn't for doing nocturnal art. So I'm so happy that we are still doing this after the first year that we did it. Okay, this needs to be darker. In here I need to correct. I think it's actually a little bit more red of a shadow inside. Because it's warm, it has a little bit more warmth to it. And I see also some orange too. Okay, that's gonna have to be a little bit. A little bit grayer. Okay, I can use this color as well. Let's see how light this dries. Touch my white. I still got to come back inside to the windows, but I'm gonna get these shutters on. You can always correct with a little bit of black if you need to. It's kind of easier sometimes to, like for example down here, I'm going to correct with black. definitely need to make the glow a little bit more glowy inside there. Okay, my windows look like they're falling over, so that's a big correction that needs to be looked at. Here too, it doesn't need to be as dramatic of an angle. Yeah, I think I need to correct this a little bit more. And up here. I think that looks a little bit better. Dries a little bit different, so I think I probably have to put the same black everywhere, maybe add a little bit of blue just to give it more of a midnight feel. And then I have to correct them again. We have 20 minutes though, so I'm slow and steady today, but I will get finished. It's funny because now I feel like this snow has completely changed colour because I've put other things on the page. Like it just, I know that it hasn't, but it feels different. So I don't know if you saw, but Gouachevember, they've released their Watching Quietly. Thanks, Nick. Good night, Nick. Take care. They released their Gouachevember prompts, and I'm going to create a Padlet for Patreon so that you can add your own images in there if you want to add them related to the prompts, obviously. That I will do over the next couple of days. We have a couple of meets this weekend. We are going to be on Saturday and we are going to meet on Sunday. Saturdays is going to be a catch up and chat, and Marianne, our lovely Marianne, who is here, she is a potter. She has a lot of experience in pottery, She is going to help us create our or talk about how to create some bases for our ornaments for December, for birds in December. If you are interested, do come and listen with Marianne today. You don't have to have any clay with you or anything. We will organize either another weekend to do that, but if you want to bring yours, you can. I have some that I'm going to try and see what I can create for, well, like on Saturday. But yeah, it'll be, I have some air drying clay. Is that okay, Marianne? I'm not sure if Marianne is still here. Okay, I'm gonna get some more glow in here. Oh yes, since he says I have bad paper and bad brush taking energy here. Oh, I'm so sorry. But see, it just becomes another challenge. So, you know, we always try and work with the things that we have and be grateful that you're something, which is really good. Okay. So that'll be at 1 p.m. on Saturday if you want to come to the Catch Up and Chat sketch meet, where Marianne will be chatting a little bit about what we need, what we can use. That's a little bit more glowy, isn't it? I think I just need... really want to get it a little bit cleaner. These are the parts that you want to have nice and crisp, especially when, you know, you're doing a window frame or something. It's that crispness that you want. That's like a glow I'm trying to capture. This one doesn't have as much glow actually in the window, but this one has a lot more glow in the window. Marianne says, I think air dry is the easiest, no heating required, but a bit of sanding and prep would be necessary. Okay, great. Well, that's good to know, and I'm sure I can send out an email and I'll take a couple of pictures of what I have, and I'll do that today so that if people want to bring it, then they can bring it and start prepping, because I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time to prep. like not just one session to prep 30 birds if you want ornaments. You don't even have to do the 30 birds. Maybe it's just enough to do to Christmas so you can hang them on your tree. How are we doing for time? 13 minutes left, everybody. I'm going very slow today. Very, 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 very slow. If you're just joining, welcome. Let us know that you're here because I can't see, I just see numbers going up and I don't see who is here with us. Remember, I have a free portrait class tomorrow. All you have to do is either be a Patreon or a free Substack subscriber. And if you're not on Substack and I'm not part of your reading list, get on it. There's a lot of great people over there. And you can join free. Also, you can go into my stories. I have a link in there, so you don't miss out. Yeah, it's really easy. Super, super simple. My paintbrush is not cooperating. I mean, it's not a line brush, so that won't help either. Okay, let's lighten up some of these snow areas. I want a pinky glow. I don't know, I keep looking at the picture, my brain starts changing things up, so I think it I don't know. And I just put white acrylic gouache in my gouache. That's not good. Here, let's clean that up. You got to use the same product in your, it's like using gouache in your watercolor set. Sure, it reactivates, but it's not good for it because it'll make it more opaque, and you don't want it to be opaque. You want it to be nice and transparent. All right. Let's create a tiny little bit more of a glow on, for example, I think this is going to be way too bright, so, but there are some areas that need to be brightened up, and I'll show you where. For example, on here, it's almost like the moonlight is just lighting up a little bit, maybe not that much. This is not the best brush for this, but I'm making it work. Okay. Let's see if these highlights help a little bit. Because even though this is a very, very dark photo, you can imagine that there are areas that are a little bit more lit. You know, just use your imagination. Where the light catches a little bit more, it's going to have this a little bit more of a glow. along the edge here. I can move that slightly. Too bright, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's not going to be too bright. I mean, I can always go over it, can't I? No, I think it's drying okay. It's not, I don't think it's too bright. I want there to be a little bit more volume in some areas. Oh my goodness, the tree! I haven't even got the tree in. And I would love that tree. Okay, gonna get the tree in. Whoops, lots of blobs going on here. I love when I love how pretty snow is, and when it's heavy like this, how it just sits and hangs. I know it's not very good for the trees, especially if there's a cold snap afterwards, but just that heavy, heavy snow. I feel like this side needs to be a little bit brighter. Oh, the chimney. Let's just get this side a little brighter. Water rolling down my brush, that's not good. Okay. A little bit more of a glow. I want to get the tree in. I need my line brush. This isn't my longest line brush. Where's my longer line brush? There you are. See the difference? This one is definitely longer than this one. Okay. I need to mix up the color for the tree. Well, the tree needs to be like a still darker than the sky, but not as light as the snow. Darker than the sky, not as light as the snow. All right, I'm doing it. I'm mixing it. This is where, if you were clever, you would have all your colors swatched on the side so that you could I'm scared that this is going to be too dark. Okay, so that you could match colors with, like, for example, this color. I could see whether I needed to go a little bit darker. Okay, we're doing this. Let's see, is it too dark? Doesn't really have the same flow as we want these trees in as well. You know what I'm going to do? Do this. I don't want to go over the roof line. Okay, I can even take this over here as well, so that they don't go over this roof line too, because I want lots of branches that go behind the tree. Whoops, those got a little bit thick, those branches. Oh, good morning, Scott. How are you? We're almost finished. Very close to being finished. I'm just getting some tree in. Lots of branches, trying to get the tree in. Okay. I'm just going to mix a little bit of this. Oh, it's way too light, because the snow is also on the tree here and on some of the branches, of the bigger branches. Hopefully it's not too similar to the I'm going to change this up a little bit. Just clean that slightly. And I'm sorry for the connection. I feel like it's my internet that's not working very well, so my apologies. Louis says, do we have our own prompts for November or just using the gouache ones? It's totally up to you. What happens with me is that I kind of do a little bit of Gouachevember, then I take a break for a week and I do Folktale Week in the mornings. But if you have your own prompts, you can totally do your own prompts. That's absolutely fine. It's just, yeah, so it's a little bit of everything, but I still do my live mornings, so I will still be here. I think that's it. I think we are done. Our time is up. Thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I hope you have a good day. See, thank you for the image. I love the image, and whew, that was a challenge, wasn't it? What should we call it? Look, see, I can even go in a little bit with, if you want to put a few little details in, you can. But you can also leave it quite painterly. It's totally up to you. I know I could have corrected this down here a little bit more. What should we call it? A candlelit? Candlelit. Is candlelit one word or two? What do you think? Is it one word or two? Candlelit. I'm not really impressed with my tree, but that's okay. I think it's one word, and it is now on my image. It's the 18th. The 18th already, the 18th of the 10th, 23. Woof! This month is flying away. Take care, everybody. Have a really good day, and I will see some of you at 10 a.m. Bye!